Okay. Welcome to the Six Figure Body Podcast, the number one podcast in the world for career-driven men trying to get in shape and stay in shape. If you guys get value from this podcast, please leave a review and share it with your friends. Today, I'm going to be going over a nice little story from you guys. For you guys, I think you guys are really appreciate that one. I'm going over the story of when I jumped out of a three-story window. Now, I'm from Ohio. Okay, I went my first year in college. I went to North Carolina A&T to run track D1. Go Aggies, yeah. So this was August. It was either August 5th, 8th, or 21st of 2010. 3 a.m. It was either 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so the track team, right? We're all in apartments. Okay, so everybody's got their own room and whatnot, and roommates, right? So I hear banging at the front door, right? Boom, 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 boom. Open up the fucking door. Open up the fucking door. So this is at the front door, okay? So I open up the door to my room, right? And then I look at my teammate, Kendrick, and I'm like, Kendrick, because I'm scared. I'm like, Kendrick, do you hear that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, like, go check it out, Kendrick, what a brave soul. What a brave soul Kendrick is, man. Good guy, really good guy. So he goes and walks to the front door. And when he opens up the front door, what I see is, I see and hear a taser, right, above the door. And then I see a laser, right, to a gun, pointing through the house. And so Kendrick's a pretty dark dude, right? And I say that to say the expression that I saw in his face was very pale. It was like white, right? It was like his soul was gone, right? So for me to see that on such a dark fella, I knew that it was Kendrick's time. And to me, Kendrick was dead, right? There was no saving him. So what I did was I shut my door, like real quick. Boom, shut my door, okay? And then I ran to my window like I was playing football, ran to my window, boom, busted out the window. And I started to crawl out, and I was hanging from the third-story window because I'm like, I'm going to live for sure, right? And so as I'm hanging from the third-story window, though, I see my keys. I'm like, oh, shit, I need my getaway keys, so my car, so I can bounce. So I pull myself back through the window. I grab my keys, and I'm back to the window ledge, and I'm hanging, right? And I look below me, I see the second-story ledge, and I'm like, okay, I can probably drop and catch myself on the second story. That is not at all what happened. I dropped, and the moment that I dropped, it was almost like instantaneously I hit the ground. But I hit the ground, tucked, and rolled, right? So, all the energy coming down, tucked and rolled, got up, and took off. It was so smooth, right? So I take off running. I see a car coming by, right? And I'm yelling and screaming at this car. I'm like, wait, stop, no, wait. And I hear somebody behind me, right? They used to call me Waka in college or freshman year. And they're like, Waka, wait, no. So I'm like, oh shit, the robbers, they're close, they're fast, right? So I have to keep running. Mind you, I'm in North Carolina, and I've convinced myself that I'm running back home to Ohio. So I keep running. And they're like, Waka, wait, we were just kidding, right? So I was so scared, and I was just so full of fear that the moment that they told me that, I was so relieved and so happy. I just started busting out laughing, right? Because I was just happy that I was gonna be alive. And two, I was just thinking about the series of events that had just happened. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. So I'm walking back, to my apartment. And, I go back up to my room, and we're all talking and just fucking dying laughing, right? And we're just going over each of our stories about what happened. And one of the guys on the second story was like, yeah, I saw somebody's feet dangling from the window. I thought one of the upperclassmen was about to kill somebody, So we go and we're talking about what happened. So my arm was like, you can see the white meat, right? You can see the white meat. And we're talking about like the story that we have to come up with so we all don't get, kicked out of school and suspended, right? so so I was a wrestler in high school. So one of the story was, all right, look, Keem, you were a wrestler in high school, right? So we're gonna say that, we were just rolling around, we just ran into a table, and then that's just how that happens, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. And just to mind you, right, one of the robbers, the fake robbers, actually has a really jack guy, really dope guy, Bully Juice, right? Daryl. That was one of the upperclassmen. Go follow his YouTube. Got a lot of great shit, But in college, he was a hell of a prankster. I'll tell you that, hell of a prankster. So I'm talking with Daryl, right? He's like, all right, man, or Bully Juice, whatever you guys know him as. And he's like, all right, man, look, Keem, this is what we're gonna say, right? We roll into the table, right? You're a wrestler, okay? And we're just keeping it at that. I'm like, all right, cool, solid. So I put some napkin on my arm because the white meat was showing. I'm like, heck, I'm human, it'll patch up by tomorrow, no big deal. I wake up the next day and this shit is stuck to the white meat. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. So I pull softly, I'm pulling, the napkin off of the white meat, kind of painful, right? And so I head to the I don't know, the nurse, whatever you call it, right? The school hospital, whatever you call it. And so the nurse pulls me in and she goes, oh my gosh, like what happened to you? I didn't stick to the story the first time. So I was like, man, I woke up, and I was just tired. I slipped, I fell, on the edge of my desk. I fell like this and just ripped open some skin. She was like, okay, I'm gonna bring in the real doctor. I'm like, all right, cool. The real doctor comes in, he sits down, he goes, all right, brother, right? He tried to brother me, right? He was like, all right, brother, tell me what really happened. So I'm like, okay. We were wrestling, we ran into a table and I got cut, I'm not sure if he bought it, but he didn't ask me any more questions after that. So they stuck some needle in my arm to numb it up, stitch me up, I'm good to go, right? That's half the battle, right? The next battle is practice, right? Coach D. I'm scared shitless. I'm like, oh my gosh. Already got in a little bit of trouble, maybe like a week or two, ago. He's gonna think I'm a horrible freshman. He's gonna send me right back home to Ohio. So we get the bright idea. I'm not sure if it was just me or if it was a few of the guys, but we get the bright idea to wear long sleeve shirts. It's North Carolina in August, so it's hot while we're at practice. So we wear long sleeve shirts, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, that I'm getting some funny looks, like Keem or Waka, why in the world are you wearing that long sleeve shirt? You know what I'm saying? While it's hot outside, bro. It's track practice in 90-degree weather with humidity, right? What are you doing? So my coach pulls me in and he goes, brother, what happened, brother? What's going on, brother? Because I, just got into a little bit of trouble a week or two before. So I tell them the story that we make up, right? I stick to the story. I'm like, dang. I'm like, we were wrestling. I was a wrestler, coach, so, we were just wrestling and, we rolled into a table and that's that. So thankfully, none of us got kicked out. That was amazing that none of us got kicked out. I was told that was the last time that Daryl and those guys, but that was the last time that they did that prank. There's more funny stories, right? I'm just saying mine, right? There's more funny stories. Somebody peed on themselves, right? But yeah, from what I had transferred after that year just because I just wanted to be closer to home. But from what I was told, that was the last time that they played pranks on any underclassmen. And I see why, because I'm fight or flight, you know what I'm saying? So, but the reason why I say that story, the reason I tell that story is because, you got to take risks. You got to take chances, right? I know mine is a bit extreme, but you just got to put yourself out there to take those risks and take those chances and see what'll happen afterwards. You'll notice that you won't die, right? You'll be fine. But, in order to really take that leap when it comes to your fitness journey, You have to take the chance to see, will this coach help? Will this meal plan help? Will this workout help? And just see it through, because you never know like what you're going to get on the other side of, that risk that you've taken. So I appreciate you guys for listening, to my voice, listen to this live, listen to how I jumped out of a third story window. Until next time, guys, as always, stay great, and I'm out of here.